Hey everyone, what is up? My name is Martin and welcome to our YouTube channel, AAA Digest. So to follow up yesterday's video, I decided let's have a video completely dedicated to V and get our first of many character videos for Cyberpunk 2077 up and running. So here's what we know about V Part 1. And disclaimer, we will have a Part 2 of this when there is more info out there, and possibly a Part 3, which will be a full spoiler version after launch. But for now, let's go. Number 1, the origin story. So V was born on the 10th of December 2054, making her 23 years old when this game begins, and V can be anything from a street kid who has grown up among gangs, gaining major street smarts and has formed some connections with some lower level criminals, to a corporal who's worked within a larger company and is aware of how Cyberpunk's corporation hierarchy works and is fired from his or her position, and finally a nomad that has spent their life on the road yet still views family as an important aspect of their life. But ultimately, V is a gun for hire who can specialize in net running, be an expert technician, or a powerful solo. Whichever class and origin story you choose for your V, she's only recently moved to the free state of Northern California, Night City, in search of purpose, which can be decided by the player too. Number 2, V is a merc, not a hero. So as V arrives in Night City as a hired mercenary with potentially something to prove, he or she aims to form connections to earn enough eddies and make it big among Night City's elite. Yet upon V's arrival, I'm just going to say his for now, perspective isn't too different from the players, who is also learning about Night City as V is, its residents, and deciding their own personal stance towards the direction they want to take V and the alliances they wish to make. Yet regardless of your personal choice, after completing one of Cyberpunk's 3 origin stories, V soon links up with Jackie Wells, a highly skilled assassin with some strong Latino links, who shares a common goal with V. They're both attempting to make it into the big leagues of Night City, and the two soon form a friendship in a world in which people double cross each other for fun. Jackie sets up V with numerous lower level connections at first, with the two making a name for themselves as reliable guns for hire, although V's life quickly enters the fast lane when he agrees to work as a hired mercenary for Dexter, an exceptional fixer that provides illegal contracts. He's a top level player with a wide net of contacts and the best mercenaries on demand, and sees potential in V as a person that gets the job done, and Dexter becomes an important associate, granting V her first major step into Cyberpunk 2077's bigger picture. And throughout her story, corporate agents, fixers like Deshawn, and netrunners like T-Bug, and street gangs in general will try to use V's talents to get ahead in the hierarchy of Night City. Number 3, the Infinity Chip. So V and Jackie start becoming more established within Night City, and during this time, one of the larger story beats in the game is soon introduced. A defining conflict for V as a character comes in the form of his or her chip that gets implanted against V's will, which is said to hold the secret to immortality and has seemingly become extremely sought after in the eyes of Night City's elite, who eventually learn of its existence and that V is indeed the chip's courier. With many wishing to use the chip for their own personal gain, our protagonist becomes a prime target, and with V having very little information regarding its true power, she seeks out Night City's best and most experienced netrunners to recover more data and learn about the Infinity Chip's origin. By gaining the trust of Brigitte, an expert netrunner and leader of the Voodoo Boys, located within a combat zone known as Pacifica, and by working together and entering cyberspace in search of important solutions, and Alt Cunningham, the creator of Soul Killer, which is a chip that contains some major similarities to V's. Number 4, V is haunted by ghosts from the past. So upon being left for dead in a junkyard and after being double-crossed during a deal gone wrong, V is rebooted and introduced to a digital ghost of Johnny Silverhand, an influential rocker boy from the past and the lead singer of the band Samurai, and Johnny for this whole time has been presumed dead. Although his mind and consciousness has seemingly been uploaded in digital form, and his physical appearance is represented by a glitchy hologram within V's cyberware or the Infinity Chip itself. So our protagonist is either guided or being misled by Johnny Silverhand as she is attempting to find answers. Johnny will push V in specific directions to fulfill his own agenda, and V is the only person that can see Johnny Silverhand, seemingly. Thus your choice is to either place trust in Silverhand's plans or follow your own path, which can result in a growing or strained relationship between both characters. And that can be said about the majority of Cyberpunk's personalities in general. The true agenda of each person offering V help within Night City are often unclear within the world of Cyberpunk, and their motivations are perhaps much bigger than V can even comprehend. And a disclaimer for anyone that is new to Cyberpunk in general, there are no heroes in Cyberpunk. Well, no living heroes anyway. This isn't a story about good defeating evil. This is V's rise in Night City and all the conflicts, bad decisions, love and heartbreak that happens in between. But yeah, that is the end of this video. A brief description of V and I guess the overall plot for Cyberpunk, the character's role, and the conflict within Cyberpunk 2077 in general. And I really love the concept of V's story and the comparisons to Fallout New Vegas's Courier. Because V isn't special or some form of chosen one we often see in video games. She's just extremely unlucky. Or lucky, depends what way you look at it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Cyberpunk 2077 releases April 16th, 2020 for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. And for more content like this, stay tuned here on AAA Digest. Have a good weekend guys. Bye bye.